All right. Well, welcome everybody. We are so glad that you are here with us tonight because we are going to talk about all things back to school, young living style. And it'll be lots of fun. We've got some amazing people sharing with us tonight. And if you guys have any tips or tricks that you've learned along the way that we haven't shared, be sure to type them in the box for us. Because we like to learn from you too. We all learn from each other. And that's one of the beauties of doing these classes together, is we all learn from each other. And topics tonight, everything that we're going to be talking about, this applies whether you are a student, you are a parent, you're a teacher, you're a teacher assistant, you are a principal. It doesn't matter what you do. You're a grandparent helping the grandkids. These topics will apply to everyone. So we can all benefit from them. So no one's left out of this conversation. And it does not matter if you are homeschooling, if you are virtual schooling, like we're going to be doing here the first 9 weeks, or if you were doing some sort of in-person schooling, it all applies for all of it. So we hope you get a lot from this. In this class tonight, though, we're going to be talking about Young Living products only. So it's going to be Young Living essential oils. When we talk about oils, those are the only ones that we're talking about. And I'm going to share with you why. There's a few reasons that all of us who are on here teaching chose Young Living over any other oil company because, you know, you can get them anywhere nowadays. You can get them at the grocery store. I've even seen them at the gas station. I still can't figure that one out, but you can get them anywhere. But I'm going to tell you that they're not all created equal. So when I was looking for oils for my family, the reason that we chose Young Living was because they have a seed to seal guarantee. So what is that? Well, what that means is they basically control everything from the soil that our seeds are planted in, or trees or shrubs, whatever they're planted in, we control the soil. It's got to be virgin soil. There's no chemicals, no pesticides, none of that icky stuff that can harm you. The next part is the seed. So they are all about sustainability. So like the seeds that are chosen for our plants, or, you know, the way that we harvest our plants, it's all done in the best way and with the most sustainable and the best seeds or trees or plants. It's been interesting to learn like how each different plant has different timing for when it needs to be harvested in order for it to have all of the therapeutic benefits that are supposed to be in that oil. All that goes into planting. And then once that plants are harvested, it's then distilled, and it's distilled at low pressures, low temperatures. If it is like your trees or grasses or shrubs or resins. And if it's your citrus oils, those are actually cold pressed from the rind. So there's a whole science behind it. Then once our oils are distilled, they actually go through rigorous testing with Young Living in-house. If it passes all of those tests, there's nothing that shows up in there that's not supposed to be in there, and all of the oils have all of the constituents they're supposed to have, it then goes to a third-party testing site. If it passes all of those tests too, then it gets put in the bottle and makes it to your door. So for me, with my family, that was huge because I use them with my kids, I use them on myself, I use them with my pets. Nobody's left out in this house. So I want to make sure that what I'm using with them is the absolute best. And I do that with anything I use. So essential oils were no different when we got started. And I just realized I didn't tell you guys about myself and how I got started. So I'll share a little bit of that too while we're on this topic. So I've been using them about 5.5 years now. And I got started because we were having some health issues in my house. And just typical, the medication route for me was not working with what I had going on. So I was looking for other more natural means to support my body so my body can do what it's designed to do, and that's to take care of itself and heal itself. And so I needed to support my body in different ways. My kids were always getting sick. They'd catch whatever was going around at school, strep throat, anytime it went around, you can bet we had it, ear infections, sinus infections, the whole 9 yards. So when we switched to oils, one of the big things we did was ditch the toxins out of our house. That's huge. This goes for your classrooms too, teachers, if we have any teachers on here. What you're using in your classroom, and Shauna's going to go into this more with us later, and what you're using in your house is huge. I didn't realize how much it was actually hurting us, how much it was. I mean, basically we were like slowly poisoning ourselves. I know that sounds dramatic, but it's really true. It's what we were doing. So one of the first things we did is we ditched candles. We ditched Febreze. We ditched the air fresheners. I ditched all the plugins, and we started diffusing. And one thing that we noticed just by diffusing essential oils in our house was that we all started feeling better. I could actually breathe better, like 90% better, just with that one switch of ditching toxins and, you know, diffusing healthy stuff that was supporting the air and the environment. And then my kids quit getting sick. So that was like huge for us. It was like a year later and it was like a light bulb went on and I'm like, no one's been sick in this house. This is amazing. So I've become very passionate about sharing this for that reason. And, you know, with a background as a pediatric occupational therapist who has also worked in the school system, supporting our bodies and, you know, getting the, you know, taking care of ourselves has always been super important to me. And I've seen how it's impacted us both with our health and wellness and our emotions too. So we're going to share a little bit about all that tonight. And one of the big things that's going to be so important is when you start using oils, if you're not using them yet, and if you already are using them or have them, is developing routines. And it's so important now with back to school is getting in those routines, your wake up routines in the morning, your going to bed routines at night. And we're going to share some of that with you today so you can start incorporating that. And then just having everything out and about where you can see them. That is huge. I know for us, if they're put away in a box or in a drawer, we don't see them and we don't use them. So we have cute little spots in our house where everything's set out. My girls know they can go and grab them. They can use what they need, and it's great. So first thing I'm going to talk to you about is immune system, because this is something that we noticed a big difference with in our house was our immune system when we started using all this stuff. And it's huge. And back to school, no matter what it looks like for you right now, okay, you're going to be exposed to some icky stuff, which is important for building your immune system, but you also have to support your body too. So I'm going to share some of the supplements that we use in our house and some of the oils that we use for boosting your immune system. Because if you have a healthy, functioning immune system, your body knows what to do with it. And if you are exposed to something, your body can handle it better, right? So one of my first favorite oils that we're going to share here, and this is a brand new bottle that I grabbed off the shelf, is our Thieves Essential Oil. Sorry, I'm not coordinated this time of night. And it smells so good. It just smells like Christmas in a bottle. And if you don't know about Thieves, I'm going to share this story about this oil right here because it's one of my favorites and I just love it. So the story goes back into the 15th century when people were, dying of the plague. So the story says, and you had this group of spice traders that were going around and they were robbing the bodies of the dead and dying, but they weren't getting sick. So when they got apprehended by the authorities in exchange for a more lenient sentence, they gave the list of herbs and spices that they were using and carrying and ingesting to stay healthy. So that's what's in our blend right here. You have eucalyptus, rosemary, lemon, clove, and why am I drawing a total blank? And the good thing is if you draw a total blank on something, you can look on your bottle, and cinnamon bark. How did I forget that one? I use that one every day. So that's what's in your Thieves Essential Oil blend. It is a powerhouse oil. All I know is when it's a school time, this oil is going in one of my diffusers, if not several of them in the house, all day long while we're home or in the evening when we're home, because it's great for boosting your immune system. And I'm going to list a few other oils too that are also wonderful to put with it. And also it comes in a roller too. Sorry, I almost forgot to tell you this. You can now get it in a roller bottle, which is fabulous because then you just take the top off and there's this cute little roller right there. I love to apply it on the back of my neck and on my girls, like down our spines. Just roll it all the way down. You can also apply it on your feet, especially if we've been around yucky stuff. We'll actually apply this several times throughout the day to keep handy. But if not, during the school year, we typically apply it once a day at least, just for maintenance purposes and to keep our bodies functioning nice and healthy. Lemon is another one that I will sometimes put in a roller along with frankincense with Thieves. It's just another way to boost your system. Or if you have younger kids, this is also a great combo to use that's a little gentler, because Thieves does have cinnamon bark in it, and it's got eucalyptus, which are more hot oils. So you would definitely want to dilute that a good bit if you're using it with your littles. Another powerhouse you always want to have on hand. This is not in one of our starter kits, but it's oregano. This was one I purchased, probably one of the first few that I purchased outside my starter kit 5 years ago to have on hand. It is great when you need like an extra boost to your immune roller or to your immune capsule that you're taking. The next one that I also love to have on hand, so these are good if you're like the note taker, you write these down and keep on hand. And what I would do is add these a little, each month I'd grab a new one to try, but Immu Power. Yeah, Immu Power. This is a great one to use also. It's got a ton of powerhouse oils in it that are amazing for putting in a roller bottle. It's not my most favorite smelling one, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it works. So what I do with the ones that are kind of stinky that I don't like the way that they smell is stick them on your feet. And then you can put a pair of socks on after. But if you put them on your feet, then you're not gonna smell them up by your nose. You can even put a roller bottle on it if you don't wanna touch it with your hands and just roll it on your feet and you're good to go. But this is another one you're gonna wanna keep handy and have with you at all times. And I'll put some like recipes in the comments too. Some of my favorite little roller bottle recipes that I like to use just for immune support. And, a lot of these oils, so our oregano, our Thieves, our lemon, our frankincense, they all come in a vitality label, which is our white labeled bottles. All that means is these are ones that you can ingest. It also comes in a blue label, and I'll show you. So here's oregano in the blue, oregano in the vitality. It's actually the exact same oil in both bottles. However, if I'm going to post on social media about it, or if I'm teaching a class, I'm going to share with you that this is the one that we ingest because it's labeled for ingestion. So it's just a label for labeling purposes. That's it. These are great to put in a capsule. So if we really need to give our system a good boost, we'll make a little capsule. And I'm sorry I don't have one to show you right now, but it's a little clear veggie capsule, and you can custom make your own capsules for wellness or digestion or whatever you need. So those are super great to have on hand. Okay, I know that was a lot, but I wanted to share those oils because they're my favorites, and I think everyone needs to have in their little oily arsenal for the school year. Ninja Red, which I think somebody else is going to be talking about also. This is another huge, huge, huge one for boosting your immune system. I'll just tell you a little story about it because I know someone else is talking on it, but when I first started using these oils and I started drinking Ninja Red every day, I was like, oh, I'm going to give it a try and see if it helps. And I was doing it more to like boost my energy because it's like such a powerhouse of a supplement. Well, then my girls thought it tasted yummy, so they started drinking it too, and I ran out. Let me just tell you, I will not run out of it again if it is within my power. That was the one time since we have been using oils when I was working in the school system that I actually caught the stuff going around once we had started drinking it. So we don't run out of it ever. I try to keep back up. And then some of the other supplements that you're going to want to keep on hand, or that we like to keep on hand at our house for wellness, is this one right here called Inner Defense. And I'm going to pop one out of here just so you can see what it looks like. It's actually like a gel cap. It looks like that. What this is basically, I call it a souped up Thieves pill. So it's got all of the oils that are in your Thieves blend, plus it's got oregano, thyme, and lemongrass. So this is one we take. I tend to take it just as needed, and my girls just as needed. My husband actually takes this one every single day because his body, it supports it better when he takes it on a daily basis. I will take this when like if I'm feeling run down, or if I know I've been around somebody who wasn't feeling great, I will take this one up to 3 times a day for a couple days, and we're always usually doing just fine. So definitely keep that one on hand. Another one, in case you didn't know, Young Living now has their own vitamin D. It's called Super D. It is awesome. I love it now because now I have a good D supplement where I can trust the source. Because anything that Young Living makes, I trust it because it's all backed by our seed to seal. It comes in like little, this is a serving size. It's 2 of these little small ones. You put it on your tongue let it sit there for like 5 to 10 seconds, and then you just chew it. So it's super easy for kids to take too, adults or kids. One serving dose gives you 2,000, is it IUs of your daily needs. Also, Super C, this is another good one. And these are great ones to take a lot right now, you know, like having your arsenal right now too, to get your body ready before school starts. But Super C is another good one. It comes in a chewable, but it also comes in a little tablet as well. So this is the size of the chewable, and it does, it's just like a fruity taste. It's very good. I like taking these, but we have the capsule, the tablets also. Super C is another good one too. If we start feeling run down, we up it and take it a few times a day. And then one more, this is more for eye health. I don't think anybody else is talking about this one yet, but I just thought about it because we're all going to be looking at screens. And actually, Tracy's husband can talk to us big time on this one if he wanted. But your eye health is so important. And this supplement called Illuminize is one that we have been taking. And I can tell you, when I take it, I notice a difference when I'm on my computer a lot. And, you know, we've all been doing these Zoom meetings. Our kids, if they're doing virtual learning this year, they're going to be on computers or devices a ton. So we're going to see more eye strain, more headaches, you know, issues with that. So Illuminize is one supplement that you can take that definitely helps with that. I notice a difference when I use it, and I make my kids use it, as well as blue light blocking glasses. So you can see the glare on my glasses, and some of ours on here too. Blue light blocking glasses are great. So I know that wasn't totally immune system, but it's eye health. And I think it's another one that is so super important right now, especially as we are going into so much more device use. All right, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to pass this on to Allison, I believe.
Hi guys, I'm Allison Van Horn, and Michelle just gave us so much information in a good way because I took some good notes. I was writing down on my Google Doc. That's how I do it in Zoom calls. But I loved it all. So I get the pleasure of talking about gut health, but at first I'm going to also introduce myself and tell you a little bit about my story. I have been with Young Living essential oils and using them in our household for a little over 5 years now. I got started because I was a stressed out, maxed mom with the baby blues, probably of a new baby, and 2 under 2 with my husband deployed, had just moved to Hawaii from the East Coast, knew nobody, had nobody except me, my 15-month-old, my dog, and my new baby. So I was not in the greatest place. So I was talking to Ashley, and although I am a doctor of physical therapy, I don't really love the medicine world about that. I feel like there's also other things you can use, diet, exercise, all the things. That's a whole different topic discussion, but I don't really love to go that way if I don't have to. And so I was being stubborn. And so she was telling me about these oils, and I kept saying, no, they're cool for you, but I'm good. But then I just had a moment about 6 weeks into New Baby Life 2 under 2 in Crazy Town, USA. And I said, what the hey? And I got my kit, mailed it off, and I opened it up and used stress away and joy instantly because she told me to. And why not? They looked pretty like bottles. They smelled good. So, and they were perfection for me. I can remember it to a T. I had more patience. I wasn't crying as much. Then it just kept going down. I decided at that point somehow to enter a third baby into the mix for 3 under 3. And then I used a whole heck of a lot more of stress away and so many things. So honestly, I should probably talk about stress on this because that is the main reason we got started with these oils. But I do get the pleasure of talking about something that is also near and dear to my heart because of my oldest. So obviously we got started due to my needs with stress and sadness. But from that point on, we also got better immunity. We weren't sick. We weren't getting all the junk in daycare. My daycare teachers were always talking about how my kids were always there, and they were shocked because I worked in healthcare. And I just kept saying thieves, and a bunch of other stuff that we do. But my son, my oldest son, does have some tummy issues. Since birth, hindsight is 50-50, and I wish that I had these for his first year of life, but I didn't, and that is fine. But tummy jives, a couple of the ones I'm going to talk about have been game changers in my son's story. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. So gut health is super important year round, but extra special when you need boosted immunity. If you don't know, and I'm sure you do, people talk about guts a lot. It's kind of like the second brain. That's why you say follow your gut, when you're, trying to make a big decision, right? Sometimes your brain overthinks, sometimes your heart underthinks. You know what I mean? I don't know where I was going there. But and then you kind of feel like that inner like pull towards some sort of decision, and that's your gut. And your gut is typically never wrong, at least in my situation. But it's also because we keep it healthy, right? So so 80%, Michelle threw me a little stat and I'm going to use it. 80% of your immunity system lives in your gut, and that is why you want to keep it super healthy. You want to make sure you get those good probiotics in and prebiotics and everything to kind of keep it working up to par. So if you've been on antibiotics, you want to kind of up it as well, because the antibiotics are, good for infection, but also kind of kill off some things. So we want to get that good bacteria in to kind of get that gut health in super good shape. So one of the ones that my kids use and have loved since the day it came out, and I'm going to start there because it's just awesome, and sometimes I take it when I travel because it's honestly delicious, guys. It tastes like a pixie stick, but has like the power of everything good for you in it. My kids have been taking it since about 16 months, because that's when it came out. I think that's when my youngest was. Technically it's for 2 and under, but do what you feel is comfortable. You just kind of open the pack and down the hatch, and they love it. The only thing I will say is that just don't let your dog have it, because it does have xylitol in it. And I always want to put that out there because I like to keep my pets healthy. But you can give them the other probiotic that we're going to talk about for adult health, which is Life 9. So I don't have that with me, but that is a very good, some friends can just kind of put some stats in the Zoom group chat for me. That would be great, but it's highly beneficial. I think it has 9 billion cultures in it that just kind of give you all that good stuff to keep you working above and beyond, so you can continue to do your job, whatever that may be, career, mom, grandma, woman, whatever the case may be. You want to have a good gut health. So a good probiotic is the way to go. So my kids love these. I highly encourage you to get them. They come in individually sized. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic, so you get kind of 2 things. And then it's a wolfberry punch flavor, which is, I'm telling you, it's delicious, and it's my favorite thing to travel with, since Life 9 needs to be refrigerated. A couple other things, since we're going to talk about kids first, is Mighty Vites. It's like their daily vitamin. My kids also love it. They remind me about taking their vitamins, which is fantastic. Sometimes I forget. And then I get to take my own at the same time because they remind me. So it's really, really good. It has, again, wolfberry, and we've already talked about how awesome wolfberry is in Ninja Red. Same thing goes for if it's in anything else. It's going to be a powerhouse supplement for yourself and your kids. Kind of like whatever you can kind of feel, whatever you can gauge what you want to give your kids by whatever you feel comfortable in. The recommendation is 4 chewables daily. I will tell you that I give my 7-year-old 2 and I give my 4-year-old 1. That's just how we do it in our house. I like to also last them a little bit longer because I have 3 kids. So we kind of go a little bit less on the recommendation. And then, of course, as I feel like everybody can talk about Ninja Red in all the subjects we're going to cover today, because gut health is also super important. And Ninja Red has been a game changer in my son's health. And I always can tell when they have it. And maybe when they don't, to be honest, they're a little bit less cranky. They go to the bathroom on a regular basis. They eat it in all forms, straight from this or in a popsicle as their 2 favorite ways. And I've been doing that since probably like 14, 15 months, to be honest. And then finally, for the kid portion, this is also a game changer, Mighty Zymes. So enzymes are super important for anybody, all ages. If you don't know, an enzyme is a protein that speeds up the rate of a chemical reaction in a living organism. So without enzymes, life does not work. And our current diet in America does not give us the enzymes that we all need. It does, and I honestly feel like it doesn't matter how clean you eat, Whole30, whatever, straight from the garden, you still need your enzymes, and it's important to kind of supplement there. So for the kids, I love Mightyzymes. What enzymes do is kind of controls the speed of a chemical reaction in your body, keeps it kind of going and working up to par. And then they break down that larger molecules that are hanging out in your body into smaller ones and kind of just help that digestion and that gut health out. So Mightyzymes is the kid version. I give my kids 1 tablet at least daily, and then I sometimes give my ones that have a little bit trouble in the digestive system 1 in every meal. Kind of just depends. If they haven't, I'm going to be at point blank. If they haven't pooped in a little bit, they get 1 every meal, and it is almost instant, like just to kind of give you that. So if anybody wants some good enzyme assistance for kids, Mightyzymes. Now, for the adults or the older kid, there is like an endless supply. And by endless supply, I mean, I think there's like 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wrote some notes. 4 that you can kind of choose. I like to kind of pick and choose throughout what kind I need, but one I do take daily is Detoxyzyme. I have some notes. So Detoxyzyme is a fast-acting enzyme, so similar to another one I'm going to talk about, which is Centozymes for 4. I'm not going to give you too much information because I just lost my video. Can you still see me? Okay, sorry. Oh, there we are. I won't give you too much information, but if you do want it, I can kind of put my notes in the Zoom group chat. So just kind of give me like a thumbs up or something in the group chat. But anyways, Detoxyzyme is fast acting, which I kind of like. I'm kind of like a get it done sort of person. And so you don't have to, you can take this enzyme with every meal, or you can take like a few in the morning, whatever kind of is your jam. It's the fewest number of herbs and essential oils. So I feel like I sometimes get the burps with certain supplements. I don't with this one, so I really like it. I also like to dye my hair a pretty blonde color. So I feel like I have some toxins that are in my body because I love my hair color. And so I like to take a few more of Detoxyzymes just to kind of counteract some of that fun. So it promotes cleansing, and then it works again, they work to support your healthy digestive system. Now, I know many people that love Essentialzymes 4. It is dual acting. This is a favorite of many people. It's a multi-spectrum enzyme to aid digestion of dietary fats, proteins, fiber, and carbohydrates commonly found in our diet, right? People love it because it breaks down everything, and it's in kind of a nice container. So you take one in the morning, and then you can take one later in the day. I don't take this one regularly, so I'm not as knowledgeable in it. But it's got a cool feature where it has a time release capsule. So it kind of like allows that digestion when it needs to be in your system. And I love that they did the science to just time that out. That's phenomenal. So this is a favorite, and it's easy to pack, and it's great for vacations because you can just kind of pop it in, or great for school. Not that you can take medicine to school. I have new people in school. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you that bad knowledge right there. But maybe in the morning. Another one is Allerzyme. So you can kind of choose. There's Essential Zymes, which is just one pill. It's a dual time release, and it's animal-based caplet. They designed this enzyme with a coating so the enzymes stay intact throughout the stomach and make it designated to help with the enzyme release throughout the digestive tract. So it's kind of like a zing right where it needs it sort of supplement, which I like. And then Allerzyme is great for providing occasional relief from all the symptoms that are sometimes related with angry gut systems. So go ahead and kind of use that as you would like to. So that was like a quick rundown of like all the enzyme supports, but really the takeaway is everybody needs enzyme support in some way or another. And you can definitely tell the difference once you start doing that. But yeah, what else? So those are the supplements. And then I'm going to talk about 3 powerhouse oils, and then I will bid you adieu to the next person. There's just so much cool information in back to school, and it makes me so excited. Sorry. So 2 of them come in this cool starter kit that you can get started with, or we all got started with if you are a current member of Young Living. It's the best place to get started. But it has two great ones to help with digestion. So peppermint vitality is a good one. As Michelle said, vitality just means the oil is distilled the same way as one that's labeled as topical, but this one is FDA regulated to ingest. So if you're having like a tummy ache or you're not into like your tummy's feeling off, you can just kind of put a drop underneath your tongue, take it, sort of like a breath mint, if you will. It has one drop is equivalent to 26 cups of peppermint tea, so just kind of know that as you go in. If that is maybe too much peppermint for you, a great way to also do it is either you can kind of like, and then put it on, or you can put it in a spray bottle. I do like to do that one too. And then also, if you don't want to go that route, a drop on your belly button works the same way as this powerhouse oil. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna use it so much I thought I didn't have it. Okay, it's Digize. Digize is an oil that I was not a huge fan of at first. It has some powerhouse digestive oils, but the more I use it and the more I like understand how great it is and see the effects of it, it doesn't smell so bad to me anymore because it works so fast. If anybody has used Digize, they know this. I'm telling you, I'm doing the cheating way to find out to tell you the oils in it because I had a brain fart for a minute. And I just poured a drop on my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and use that for post dinner. So there's tarragon, peppermint, as we just talked about, juniper, fennel, which is another powerhouse oil for digestion, lemongrass, and patchouli. There's a couple other ones, but smells maybe not ideal, but some people love it. And you can put a drop on your belly button, just like I did, to help kind of stimulate that digestion. Or you can put, if you are brave, you can put a drop underneath your tongue to really get the job done. We didn't really talk about this, but just to give a real speedy discussion. So an oil, essential oil takes about 20 seconds to absorb into your skin. So if you put it on topically, about 20 seconds, it'll kind of do its thing. If you obviously do it the digestive way, it's quicker, right? Like it kind of goes right in, can do the job. So that's why sometimes ingesting a Digize drop is a little bit more effective right away than the belly. I do know that sometimes if I'm gonna go out with friends and have, back when we used to do that, we could go out, have like a big meal, a couple of drinks or whatever. I would do a drop pre-dinner to kind of help stimulate all of the good stuff. So those are peppermint and Digize. And then the one that has been a savior in my house, and my kids ask for it by name since we started the oils, because my son has a tendency to have some tummy issues in all places. So we have a Tummy Jize everywhere. Tummy Jize is the kid scent version of Digize. It is a lot more calming smell. It is a little bit not as potent, and it works just as effectively. So we have a roller bottle on it. My kids ask for it by name. They roll it on their belly if they have a belly ache, or if they're not feeling good. It's also really fast acting if you need it to be. So if you're having those tummy issues, depending on which way you need to go, it will do its job and it helps them feel better. And you can also use it as the offense. Oils are always more beneficial on the offense. Now, in long term than defense, they do their jam whenever they need to, but staying on the offense is always better, which is why we do kind of Tummy Jize daily when we kind of remember, I'm not gonna lie, and enzyme support and Ninja Red every day to kind of keep that good health in our gut going strong, because that's how we want to stay healthy, as we now have 2 kids in school and 1 in pre-K and me in healthcare. So that's my jam about good gut health. Let me know. I'll kind of put all those notes in the group chat, or actually I'll put them in the group, the Facebook group instead. And I'm going to bid it off to Tracy to talk about sleep.
Hello, my name is Tracy, and we are so glad that you're here. And I hope you're learning lots of great tips to help you and your family, or your students, if you're a teacher, have a great year, because a lot of teachers use or diffuse and do all kinds of things in their classroom, clean, that kind of stuff. So a little bit about me. When I got started, I grew up with a more holistic background, but then we moved to Virginia, kind of got away from that, and I became a nurse. And the medical field, especially back then, was definitely not open to what they considered alternative health. And luckily, it's slowly changing, some places faster than others. But I've always sought various alternative modalities through my adult life, for myself and my family. And I was even introduced to essential oils and Young Living during my youngest daughter's. She had a pretty significant illness, by two different doctors. One was a chiropractor and one was an MD. And it really helped her recovery, but they never told me how I could become a member or how to get more. So I didn't know. I just let it drop. And then I was reintroduced to it back in 2015 for my son, Ryan, who has multiple disabilities and medical complications. And we were trying to address some health concerns. And once I was introduced, we never looked back. And it's really not only helped him, but our entire family with skin, stress, gut and tummy stuff, brain, focusing, sleep, seasonal changes, breathing easy. I could go on and on. And then we started learning about replacing toxic chemicals, and with easy swap outs with essential oils and Young Living products. I also have a connective tissue disorder, and it's helped support me in this way as well. So just all around for our whole family, health and wellness. Pets, like Michelle said, we have a dog and cats, and we use it for them as well. And now, gratefully, we're seeing the doctors for well checks, even my son Ryan, which is phenomenal. So one of the things I mentioned, though, is that we really discovered, we went down this rabbit hole of what the products I was using in my home was harmful to us and our pets. I had no idea, and you don't know. So knowledge is very powerful. It was really eye-opener. So like you do food in the grocery store, when you read labels, you want to read the labels of what you're using for your products at home, whether it's cleaning products or body care products or makeup or all kinds of stuff. We had candles, I had plugins. I'm a recovering scentaholic, and everything I had to, quote, smell good. And now it really makes me ill. And back then, I didn't know, but it was giving us headaches and some respiratory asthma issues and nagging coughs, that kind of stuff. Really, a lot of that cleared up once I just started getting rid of products, harmful products. So, but I am going to talk about sleep. And let me back up just a little bit, because when you're getting rid of all those products, that also affects your immune system, which is what Michelle and Allison have been talking about. So that will address, can really stress your immune system as well. So, okay. So I am here to talk about sleep. And you're like, sleep in school? Well, sleep is really a hot topic, and it really is important. It definitely was a hot topic for me. So I have, since we started using Young Living, I've been able to come off of my sleep aids that I was using, especially being a nurse and working night shifts and all that. And now I just use Young Living oils and products, and that is huge. But it really, really is. Sleep is so important for our bodies and our minds. It's necessary for our body to get a good night's sleep so it can heal and reset itself. And luckily, Young Living has so many options for all ages, from being a newborn infant all the way up until 110. But it's phenomenal. And that's one of the reasons it's great to take Life 9 at bedtime, which is the probiotic, because that's when your body is healing and restoring and protecting. And it's really focusing on your gut. So I am actually traveling, so I don't have everything with me, but Allison is gracious enough to hold up a bottle of lavender for me. So lavender is one of the oils that's like the Swiss Army knife of oils. When in doubt, use lavender. It's calming, it's soothing, it's great for skin, but it's also great for sleep and focus and memory recall and all of that good stuff. So lavender is one you want to have on hand all year round. But as far as sleep, it's great to put in your diffuser. I like to combine it with one of my other oils I was going to talk about, cedarwood. It's a great combination. But lavender is just very soothing and very, you can start diffusing before bedtime, or that can be like your kids' sleep oil. sometimes you have to play around. Lavender might work for me, but it won't work for you. So different oils work for different people, just like they will for you and your kids. Every kid is different. So the next oil, which I do have, is Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is such a great blend. This is my older daughter's, this is her unicorn oil. And it's very, it just does what it says. It's Peace and Calming. It smells very good to me, but it's a combination of ylang ylang, orange, tangerine, patchouli, and blue tansy. This one is great diffused on its own, or you can diffuse it with cedarwood or lavender. You see, that's the beauty of it too. You can play around with them, see what you like best with it. I also like tree oils with a lot of mine because tree oils are very calming and grounding. The other oil I was going to tell you was cedarwood. So it's very great on calming and focusing the brain. You can combine it with lavender and orange in the diffuser at night. You can use it during the day with some lavender and vetiver. Can you turn it down a little bit, please? Lavender and vetiver. You can diffuse it or apply it at the base of your skull for focus and concentration. It's very, very good for your brain. Good oil. It's also good for skin and hair. Just a little FYI. Sleepy Eyes, we have a whole kids scent line, and that's what Allison was just talking about, the tummy eyes. So Sleepy Eyes is part of that line, and these oils are pre-diluted for kids. So it makes it super easy. If you're going to put it on an infant, you probably want to dilute it a little bit more, just depending on your preference, but it's already pre-diluted, and it's a blend of lavender, geranium, Roman chamomile, tangerine, bergamot, sacred frank, and valerian and rue. So those are all fantastic for sleep, all great for focus and concentration, and just really all around good brain oils. But sleep it's phenomenal for that. So, and it's also good for adults. Just so you know, just because they're kid oils, you can also use them for adults. Just a tip. I use a lot of the kid oils as well. Tranquil, we also have these rollers, and Michelle showed you the roller, the Thieves roller. So they come those pre-diluted rollers. I hadn't opened that one yet. So Tranquil is a great already pre-diluted blend, and it comes in with the roller, the little stainless steel roller fitment like she showed you. And you can, that's got lavender, cedarwood, and Roman chamomile with the carrier oil. That's like the fatty oil. So you can rub this, base of your neck, bottom of their feet, down their spine. You can also use this. I mean, it's great for sleep, but it's also great during the day. Like if your kids or you are feeling like off the charts, you know how kids kind of get off the wall, bouncing off the wall, you could just roll a little Tranquil down their spine, just to help calm them down and bring it back down, especially during the school hour days, if you're doing it at home. Another one that is great for sleep, which I forgot, and I'm going to cry because I use it every single night and I don't have it with me in the hotel room, is the Calm CBD roller. Michelle's holding that up. So that, oh my gosh, this was a game changer for me for one of the ones getting off of my sleep meds. It's got the CBD oil, and it's an isolate, so it does not have any THC whatsoever. But if you are in the military, just to note, you cannot, military personnel cannot use it. It's just, that's across the board, any CBD oil. So, but everyone else, oh my goodness, this stuff is so good. It is also got essential oils. So they have taken the CBD oil, the CBD isolate, and they've added back essential oils back in for terpenes and other things to help really enhance the CBD, the qualities of that. So they have added eucalyptus, globulus, frankincense, lavender, and orange to the Calm roller. Oh, vetiver and ylang ylang as well. That's such a great oil. And that one also, that's another one like Tranquil. You can use that one during the day when you need to, and whether it's for your kids or for you. I know that as busy moms, we get really hectic and overworked, and dads too. But it's great for just like, it doesn't make you feel weird. It just kind of just calms everything down. Another great one, so this is a supplement, is ImmuPro. So this one, these are chewable, and these are great. They're kind of big, but they're chewable, so kids can take them as well. But they're it has Ningxia wolfberry, and it's got a really powerful blend of antioxidant-rich mushroom powder, which is phenomenal for immune. It's got zinc and selenium, and it also has melatonin. So that's why it's really beneficial for sleep, and you do not want to take this during the day, or your kids will be falling asleep. But this is an overall great immune system and sleep support oil. This one, and it was Michelle, right? You were talking about the other, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, I'm drawing a blank, that's okay. The other immune boosting supplement, but I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, moving on. Fantastic for immune. So I will be taking this tonight at bedtime, especially because we have been out in more of a public setting than I had been used to. So this one we'll definitely be taking, and it'll help us sleep if it's noisy in the hotel. Unwind is another, and that's a kid scent line as well, and I don't have that with me, but they come in little packets like those pixie sticks looking ones that I believe Allison was talking about, but it really helps to ease overstimulation. It's got a supplement. It has L-theanine, 5-HTP, and magnesium. So they just really bring that high energy down, and you just kind of chill out. So it's also, thank you for holding that up. It's also great for kids and adults. So I actually have taken it, and I know Michelle has taken it as well. And I'm sure Allison, I see everybody nodding their head, because it's good for kids and adults, and it's a good one. And it really is very beneficial and kind of just brings everybody down, especially right now when times are like, everything is out of whack. Sleep Essence is the other supplement. These are little teeny tiny capsules. So they're very small, but it has melatonin, but they also combine essential oils like we do in all of our supplements, because it enhances and makes it like 85% more bioavailable to your body, so you can absorb the supplement versus just peeing them out like you do most supplements, to be honest. So it has lavender, vetiver, and valerian, and ruta. So that has a rue, but those are all fantastic for sleep and calming. And so they all really work synergistically very well together and help you sleep. So that was another one that we were using. And this one my son uses. It's very good for kids that have maybe some type of brain injury or ADHD, that kind of thing. It also is good for kids with like on the autism spectrum, that kind of thing. Sometimes they just need that extra support and that little extra melatonin boost. So another thing with sleep is creating that bedtime routine, which I'm sure most parents kind of have that idea, but if you have a bedtime routine using your oils and supplements, it's really, really beneficial. And you can do things like an hour before bedtime, you can start diffusing, or nap time even, you can start diffusing one of their favorite oils, so they know, okay, even if it's stress away, mom put that oil in, I know it's time to start relaxing, bedtime is coming, and they just kind of get in that routine, and they know, and their brains know, and you just are creating those neuro pathways in the brain and preparing them and getting their brains like, oh, it's bedtime, and it'll start to kick in and start to help make those transitions easier. Turning off or turning down stimulating activities like screen time. As we all know, we've heard like at least stop like an hour before bedtime, or put the blue light blocking lenses on, is also very helpful. Soothing Epsom salt baths with using your oils like lavender, peace and calming, stress away, cedarwood, any calming, grounding oils if you use that at bedtime, along with the Epsom salts that add magnesium back into your body, which magnesium is very calming and it helps relax the muscles. So, and then you combine that with the essential oils and a warm bath, and your kids are going to they're going to melt, and it's going to be so much better on you and them. Reading before bedtime, that kind of thing. And if you have any other bedtime routines that are helpful, share away, because we're always open to different things. So now I think I'm handing it to Shauna. She is going to talk a little bit.
Okay. I had to find my mute spot. So my name is Shauna Wilkins. I have been using essential oils, Young Living's essential oils for, I think, 3 years this month, actually. Michelle got me started. It took her a couple of years to talk me into it, but eventually I saw what it was doing and I jumped on. So I have 3 kids. I have 2 teenagers. Well, as of tomorrow, I'll have 2 teenagers and a 20-month-old. So all this stuff, and I'm still learning as we go through this. It's been great. But we homeschool my kids. This is our 3rd year doing it. But we are in a community, so we still meet once a week. And it's a group of about probably 100 kids or so that meets in classroom sizes of anywhere from 4 or 5 upwards to 10. So still small setting, but we still meet, so we still have to worry about some of the immune boosting stuff. And what I'm going to be talking about and helping share information on is more of the focus, and it really hits home with me because my son has ADHD and doctors have talked autism spectrum disorder with him. We have stopped testing because to me it doesn't really matter as long as I find what works for him. And we're still working. It's an ever-changing thing with him. And so we just go with that. But I'm going to start with, let me pull my notes up. So the first oil that I'm going to talk about is one of the kids scent oils, and it's Genius. I love this oil. I honestly did not have it until last month when it was a promo. So it's been on my list and I just have not got it because we had the brain power. This one is a blend, and it just helps with the focusing and concentration on projects, which there may be a kid out there who doesn't need that help in that area, but I know the majority of kids need help in that area. So especially mine. So this one is the best. And let me, the oils that make up this blend is sacred frankincense. It's high in sesquiterpenes. I think I said that wrong, but that's okay. Which helps send oxygen to the brain. Thanks, Tracy. Helps send oxygen to the brain. Blue cypress, cedar wood, and you're going to hear a lot of oils mentioned for different things. And let me tell you, a lot of the oils, they do multiple things. Like somebody said, lavender is the Swiss Army knife of oils. So it will help with multiple things. So just because you hear it on one and you hear it again, be like, oh, well, they must be making that up because they said it's good for this. No, it can be good for multiple things. So blue cypress, cedar wood, Idaho blue spruce, Palo Santo, Melissa, Northern Lights black spruce, which is very grounding, and bergamot, which is has a lot of mood lifting properties. So a lot of powerhouse oils in this one blend. So that's the kid scent line. The other one, and I don't know if y'all were on when Tracy said she applied it at the beginning of the class, is Brain Power. It's also a blend in some of the same oils, but it's got sacred sandalwood, blue cypress, and frankincense to promote a sense of clarity and focus. You can use it aromatically, or I like to put a drop on the crown of my kid's head at the beginning of the school day. I will probably be switching over to Genius this year and see how they like that one. My my kids don't care for the smell of brain power as much. But when you come up behind them and you drop on their head, there's nothing they can do about it. It helps. They are appreciative of it after the fact. So that's a little bit about the brain power. On the Young Living's website, they do say avoid direct sunlight. I don't know of any citrus oils in this one, but they do say avoid direct sunlight or UV rays for up to 12 hours after applying the product. That was actually new to me tonight. A couple other oils that are really good for like a focus blend, and I don't have one of them, is lemon and rosemary. So lemon is in your starter kit. Lemon is, just like a lot of the citrus oils, is just a very uplifting aroma, and it just encourages focus. And just a side note, they're actually both very good to use in your skincare routine, both face and hair. They'll make your hair shine. But citrus oils are photosensitive, so you don't want to apply them to your skin when it will be exposed in the sun. You can put it on the bottom of your feet, on the back, under your shirt and stuff like that. Just don't put it on your skin if you're going out in the sun. But still very good oils for a focus roller. And one more oil that you could add in there, and somebody else, I think a couple people have talked about it, is peppermint. Peppermint, the scent is just invigorating to the mind and senses. Our sense of smell is extremely strong, and peppermint can just take you back to good places. And I believe it was talked about it being a vitality oil, but peppermint's really good in water, and it's really good for when you, like in the morning. I actually need some now because I cannot think, but it's good for getting your morning going, to get you out of that fog. I know a lot of guys will like to take it pre-workout because it just kind of gets them going. So peppermint's a really good one. You can put it topically. If your kids do sports, it's a way to cool them down. If they get hot, put some peppermint on the back of the neck. It has a cooling sensation. It is a hot oil. So if their skin is sensitive, they may not want to do it, but I know both of my kids like putting it directly on, and it cools them down almost instantly. So peppermint's just an all-around good oil. Another supplement that has been talked about by I think everybody, but is Ninja Red. We all take a shot of Ninja Red daily, and it's just a whole body supplement. So it includes wolfberries, which is touted for its health benefits, but it also has plum, aronia, cherry, blueberry, pomegranate juices and extract. So it's got a whole bunch of good stuff in that one drink. It helps support not only your immune system, but your energy levels. I know somebody said that I think Michelle started taking it to help with energy, which is why I also started taking it. But it's overall wellness, and it's packed full of antioxidants. So I highly recommend Ninja Red. My 20-month-old has been taking it for as long as she could drink it out of a shot glass. When she sees us take it, she is right there and now does it with us. So haven't tried the popsicles yet. That's on my list of things to do. Another supplement that's good for focus and for the mind is MindWise. It's got a high proportion of unsaturated fatty acids and omega-3 fatty acids, and with a combination of fruit juices and extracts, turmeric, and some pure essential oils. And it's just really healthy for the heart and brain functions. It includes the proprietary memory function blend made with bioidentical CoQ10, Alcar, and GPC. So it's packed full of some good supplements. the first week you start taking it, you'll take 2 tablespoons of it. And then after that, it's just a tablespoon a day. My daughter likes to put it in her green smoothies. My son, I haven't found what he likes. He's extremely picky. He would rather just take his Mighty Bites, which I'm currently out of because they were out of stock last month, and I haven't got on. Thanks, Michelle. I haven't got on to order anymore. Matter of fact, every day he asks me, have you gone on and ordered them? No. So, Mighty Bites. I know somebody talked about them earlier, so I won't talk a whole lot about them, but they are great to support your child's general health and well-being. It's one that my son loves, along with the Mighty Pro that somebody showed earlier. So those are the 2 that he does. Let's see. Sorry, I lost where I was. Okay, so that's a lot of the supplements and oils that will help your kiddo with some focus. I'm trying to run through these because I know we're running a little over on time. But I'll put some more stuff in the Facebook event as well. A couple other things I just wanted to touch real quick on for when the kiddos go back to classroom, if they're going back now or in 9 weeks or whenever they do go back, and even my kiddos who go back just weekly, is the Thieves Household Cleaner. So we use this all the time, and this bottle, I do so many things with it. I make a spray, and it's in this spray, I typically use 2 capfuls and then the rest of it filled with water. For window cleaner, I use 1 capful filled with water. I also like to stick a bunch of paper towels. Like I will stuff a gallon Ziploc bag full of paper towels and then take a cup of water with about half a capful of the Thieves Household Cleaner and pour it in there. And now I've got Thieves wipes on the go. You can also buy pre-made Thieves wipes. I like just putting them in that Ziploc bag because I can make multiple of them. I put them in the diaper bag. I put them in my kids' bags. They wipe stuff down. So I love using Thieves for everything. It does kill 99.99% of germs. It's formulated with powerful essential oils and plant-based ingredients. It lightly moisturizes with aloe vera and vegetable glycerin for that baby soft feeling. It smells amazing and it leaves no chemical residue behind. And that was huge for my family. I love that I can clean a surface and my 20-month-old can go behind me and lick that surface if she wants to, and I'm not worried about her. There's no petrochemicals, mineral oils, parabens, sulfates, phthalates, synthetic fragrances, dyes, preservatives, or toxic ingredients. None of that stuff is, oh, you know what? I got off on the wrong notes, but on all this stuff, that's accurate. I had already started talking about these hand sanitizer. So sorry guys, it's late. I've been at work all day. But it's still the Thieves line, so all that still pertains. But the Thieves hand sanitizer is where I was started with, where it kills the 99.9% of germs. I love this hand sanitizer. It smells amazing. I don't have to worry about it with my kids. My kids all have this hanging off of their swim bags, off their school bags, off the diaper bag. Everything that we can have it hanging off of, we have them in all the vehicles, everything. So a lot of doctor's offices, when you go in them right now, will have hand sanitizer at the front door, and before you do anything, they'll tell you to hand sanitize. I pull this out and I said, I'll use my own. I'll sanitize, but I'll use my own. So its key ingredient is alcohol denat and Thieves essential oil blend and aloe vera. So the alcohol denat comes from the peppermint. So it's all plant-based, and I can't talk enough about it. I love, at the beginning of all this Oki stuff, I ordered so many of these for my husband to take to work, for everywhere. So I might have a house full of hand sanitizer right now. So Let me just check my notes, make sure that I covered everything that I was supposed to cover. One more oil that I did want to touch on, I don't know if somebody touched on it earlier, is Valor. And especially with everything going on right now, Valor can ease any worries that the kiddos might have, either going back to school or trying to learn online. I diffuse Valor all the time. I was saying earlier that Valor is my go-to right now. So if you have some kiddos that stress a lot, I would definitely pull out the Valor. And guess what? Valor is in our premium starter kit. So I love it. I think that's all I have. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I'll get it in the event. I don't want y'all to leave without all the information. So, but I think that was a quick down and dirty of everything that I was going to cover. I think I'm giving it back to Tracy. Is that right?
All right. So we are so grateful you're here, and I'm going to keep it very short and sweet because we want to respect your time. But just an overview, you can tell we use and love these oils and products because they work and they're effective. And you can use, like the Thieves Household Cleaner, non-toxic things, whether it's hopefully in your kid's classroom or home or however that's going to look this year. It's just so many ways you can use them to help your children, yourself, your teachers, everybody get through this school year and have a great year. And if you're just learning how beneficial Young Living will be to you and your family, welcome. We're so excited for you. I can promise you, you won't regret it. I know when all of us started, we never looked back. It was a game changer, so many things. So the best way that you can get started is what Allison had held it up earlier, our premium starter kit. And she's going to hold that up for me again because I do not have it with me. So it's that beautiful box. It's got 12 oils. It has the diffuser that comes with it. So that's very important. If you're talking, oh, I just want to try one oil. Well, if you don't have the diffuser, then it may help, but the diffuser can make a huge difference because you can very effectively affect your whole room. So you can help your whole entire family or teacher. If you can diffuse in your classroom if your school allows it. I know my daughter does, and it makes a huge difference. But so you can get this oil, and there's some other there's a Nixure Red, 2 packets of Nixure Red in there in the bottom. Thank you, Michelle. There's roller fitments that you can put right on that stress away bottle. There's a Thieves hand sanitizer. And I don't know if I'm missing else in there. Anyway, so it's great at the bottom of the box. So that is really the best way and what we recommend how to get started. And what I want to do is really, thanks Allison, is refer you back to the person who invited you to this class, whether you're watching it with us now, or if you're watching the replay, whoever sent you this video or referred you to this class, please go back to them and they can help you get started. If nobody did, just contact one of us and we can help direct you. Or if they did and everybody needs help, one of us is more than happy to help you. But I can promise you that you want these oils in your life, and it'll really enhance your life and the school year as well. There's a lot of oils and stuff we've talked about outside of the kit, but in the kit itself is a fantastic way for you to get started. So like I said, go ahead and contact that person. It's called the Premium Starter Kit, and it's only $165. It's half off value if you were to price everything out individually. It's really the best way. And oftentimes people who are already members will go back and get another kit because it's the best way to get it. You get amazing oils and a diffuser. So fantastic. And then we also have an optional monthly wellness program I just want to tell you about very quickly. It's so you can start swapping out products a little at a time, whether it's you want certain oils or you want to replace things in the kitchen or your laundry room or your bathroom. You can just start swapping out a little at a time. So instead of going to Target or Walmart, you can just get it from Young Living, and then you start earning 10%, 15% back, and then you go all the way up to 25% back pretty quickly. And it's phenomenal. I've gotten probably well over $10,000 worth of free stuff just from getting here. These are products I know that are safe for myself, my family, and my pets, because that's a huge thing. There's all kinds. It's baby products, a whole health and wellness company, which is another reason I love this company. They're about the whole body and the whole family. So those are the options, and whoever referred you, we're happy to help you get started, and we are very, very grateful for you joining us. And I want to respect your time and tell you have a great night and have a fantastic school year, because it's going to be a great year. We're speaking this into existence. It's going to be fantastic. All right, guys, have a great night, and thanks for joining us. All right, and we're going to stop the recording now.